Okay, that looks pretty good. Try this. Oh yeah, much better. What is up, everybody? My name is Evan Naka and I'm back again in my home office. Today is going to be very quick, and I'm going to go over the one question I get asked more than anything else. And you know what's funny is I used to ask this exact same question when I was starting to learn photography, and I still ask it now. Any photographers that I admire, or even filmmakers that I admire, I'm always wondering what lens is their go-to. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, what my go-to lens is. Bear with me today, still getting the office set up. I have like some weird lighting things going on right now. It's all natural light, no artificial light right now. We'll get better, don't worry. We'll figure it out, together. Before I get started, I want to first say huge shout out to this sign back here. Love this sign. I got it made by Elitist. I did a shoot with them and Leanne V. It is phenomenal, I love it. Job well done, Elitist. Round of applause. Back to the topic at hand. I'm not only going to go over one lens, I'm going to go over the two lenses that I cannot live without in my kit. The first lens, I'm going to try and hide this from you all. The first lens that I cannot live without is my 16-35 G Master. Now I love this lens. It is a badass. I mean, this was my very first professional grade lens. Before that, I was using some other, not bad brands or anything like that, but they're not G Master. This is a piece of glass that will definitely outlast the body that you're shooting on right now. So for instance, like I said, first camera I got, Sony a7R II, great camera, loved it. But now I'm shooting on the Sony a7R IV. So I've gone through 2 generations of the Alpha series cameras. This has stuck with me that long. So it's been, what, 5 years I think I've had this lens. I have no plans to get rid of it. I have no plans to upgrade it. It really doesn't get better for a zoom lens that's a 16-35. Now what do I do typically with a lens like this? I've done portraits, I've done lifestyle, I've done street photography, I've done product shots, but mainly what I use this lens for is street photography. So when I first started my career out as a photographer, I started working with a streetwear brand. And that's all we did was street photography with street culture and trying to capture that vibe. Now, there are 16-35 lenses that aren't G Master, but the reason I wanted this is because I'm a run and gun type photographer, at least when I started out like this. I still kind of am. So I needed something I can rely on. Autofocus is a big one for me. Now I know there are a lot of photographers out there that shoot only manual focus, and you know what, more power to you. I just didn't have time. And a lot of us don't have time to get out there and we're doing like a guerrilla type shoot where we're jumping around, we're running across the street, we're standing in the middle of the street sometimes, and we just gotta make sure that we get our photo in focus. And that's why I needed something I can rely on no matter what. So that's what that offered. Also, with a zoom lens, you typically lose a little bit of that quality versus shooting on a prime or something, but the versatility, that's why I decided to throw a few extra dollars to get a G Master instead of another lens, because I didn't want to sacrifice too much of the quality going with a zoom lens. So that's my 16-35. Love this lens. Won't be getting rid of it anytime soon. Lens number 2. Before I show it, can you guess what brand it is? If you guess G Master, you are absolutely correct. Now you'll see a trend with me. I love G Master lenses. Basically for that pure fact of what I was talking about with the 16-35. G Masters, great autofocus, great pieces of glass. They're very durable, they're gonna last you a long time, they'll last you longer than the camera bodies that you have. So if you can afford it, always go with the nicer glass. So my second lens, yes, it's a G Master, but it's a 24-70. Now, this is also a zoom lens. There's not only a trend of me buying G Master lenses, there's also a trend of me buying zoom lenses. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where's your prime lens? Why aren't you using a prime? I'm using a prime lens right now, and I love that lens. This is a Zeiss 40mm right now. But if you're asking me, what can I not live without? It's these two, hands down. I mean, a prime lens is only gonna go so far. If you have to choose and you're in the moment and you only have one chance to get the shot that you're looking for, and a lot of times that's what it is. Maybe it's a permit thing, maybe it's a time thing, maybe the talent is just over it and they're just like, you know what, I'm done shooting for today. And you need to make sure you get a variety of shots. And guess what? Zoom lenses are gonna do that for you. as I was saying, zoom lenses are gonna do that for you. Now the 24-70, unlike the 16-35, offers you a little bit more focal range. This allows you to get a lot closer to your subject without having to get closer. That's why I primarily use this as my event photography lens. But now the thing is, with my event photography that I do, a lot of the times I'm taking portraits as well. Because of that, I need a lens that is not only good at shooting in crowds, trying to capture the entire moment, but I also need to shoot a portrait really, really well. And that's also this lens right here. So I can be running around outside like I've done a ton of times at Morphe events, whatever it might be, capturing crowd, people yelling, and then maybe Bretman Rock or James Charles needs their portrait taken really, really quickly before they step out and greet the crowd. And that's what I can do with this. I don't have to break down, I don't take my lens off, find a new lens, put it on, or carry a whole bunch of it on me. I can carry around one camera, one lens, and make sure that I get the shot that I needed for both situations. So there you go. It is that simple. These are the two lenses that I cannot live without in my kit. If you liked today's video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. This is a brand new channel, and hopefully we can grow it together and I can bring you more information and a glimpse at what it is I do on a day-to-day basis. Until next time, everyone, my name is Evan Naka. See y'all next time.